Hello there, and welcome to my channel, Novice Modelling and Midlife Crisis. My name is Andy, and today I'm going to do a little what's in the box kit review on my Tamiya Warbird Collection number 37, 172 scale, Aichi M6A1 Seiran, which as we can see here is a float plane. So this is part of my little project that I'm doing at the moment called Land of the Rising Sun Week, where I'm trying to build 10 Japanese aircraft in 10 days. As a novice, this is a bit of a challenge. We're not doing too bad. We've finished a few. That's the Jack that I completed or started on my second day of the project, and I've got 7 other aircraft in various stages of completion or half completion for you to have a look at if you do so wish. So without further ado, let's get in the box and have a quick look at this one. I got this off eBay as a pre-loved aircraft, and it cost me £16 with the postage, so I think that was a bit of a bargain. These are actually not exactly impossible, but not hard to find. It is a slightly older kit from 1997, it says on the box here. As we can expect from Tamiya, the parts are quite nicely presented and quite well detailed. But as per usual, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read through the blurb and have a look at the instructions first. It's quite a bit of a long one, there's quite a bit of information here, but this is the way Tamiya do it, so bear with me. Soon after the advent of aircraft and submarines during World War I, the combined operation of those two weapons were considered by many countries. However, it was only the Imperial Japanese Navy that could put it to practical use. At the outbreak of the Pacific War, many large-sized submarines of the Imperial Japanese Navy were equipped with catapult and small observation-type aircraft designed to attack harbours and to bomb the US mainland. Acknowledging the success of former attacks by the Japanese Imperial Navy, it decided to plan surprise attack missions to the Panama Canal by special submarine-borne aircraft at the beginning of 1942. The plane was the Aichi M6A1 Seiran, designed exclusively for this one exceptional mission. It was in May 1942 when the Aichi Aircraft Company received specifications to develop and produce a special attack bomber. At first, the use of the new Suzy bomber with some modifications was proposed, but the conversion was found impractical because of the difficulty to have interchangeability of major assemblies. On November 1943, the first prototype made its maiden flight. Undergoing several improvements, the Aichi Aircraft Company received an order for limited production from the Navy in 1944. The engine was a 12-cylinder liquid-cooled Atsuta 32, which was based on the German Daimler-Benz DB603. A 12.7mm Type 2 flex-mounted machine gun was equipped at the rear, and a torpedo or a 250 kg to 800 kg bomb could be carried. The Seiran was to be carried by the I-400 class submarine in the hangar tube, which you can see here, of 4.2 meters in diameter and 30.5 meters in length. The hangar tube was capable of holding 3 Seirans. They were stored on catapult launching cars with armaments for quick ejection after surfacing. To cope with space limitation, the Seiran was designed to conserve space by folding the wings. The wings were pivoted on the main spar where it joined the fuselage. By rotating the leading edge downward, the wing could lie back flat against the sides of the fuselage. The outer portions of each stabilizer and elevator hinged at 90 centimeters from the fuselage centerlining and folding downward. Vertical clearance was obtained by folding the tip of the fin to the right. 28 Seirans included a Nanzan. Its ground takeoff and landing equivalent were produced in total by 1945. All right, so there's only 28 of these Nanzans. I have a Seiran as well, so that's interesting. Where were we? And submersible carriers for them. The I-400 and 5401 were completed almost simultaneously, having the target change from the Panama Canal to the US Navy aircraft carriers staged at Ulithi Atoll due to the change in priorities the war demanded. The first submarine flotilla, including the I-400 and I-401, with 3 Seirans each, departed Japan on 23rd July 1945 for their first and last mission. On the 15th of August, the flagship I-401 monitored a radio message from headquarters informing them of Japan's surrender, and the flotilla was ordered to return to the nearest port in Japan. Thus, the chance to prove the Seiran's worth was missed forever. And as we can see, there's actually one here being restored at the Smithsonian Institution's National Airspace Museum. So that's kind of interesting. If you live in the States, you can go and have a look. Okay, so let's have a quick cruise at the instructions. And as we'd expect from Tamiya, these are really comprehensive and really well thought out. Section 1, we've got basically the completion of the cockpit. I did the cockpit of a Hein the other day, and I was really impressed with everything that Tamiya did with it. It was really, really good, the way it sort of builds up, and then you actually just slot the whole thing in to the aircraft when you're ready. I was well impressed with that. Then we put the fuselage together. We put this underneath air intake on, I think this is going to be. We put our wings together. We attach our wings and our tail to the fuselage. This is probably going to be an attachment for torpedo or bombs, I'm guessing. Here we have an 800 kilogram bomb, yeah, I was right. And we have the float as well. And as we can see, we have our 2 floats on either side of the wings, our bomb, attaching the propeller, our multi-windowed canopy, which will be a nightmare for me to do. And then we get this rather nice, it's like a little floating sort of carriage to put the plane on. I'm not quite sure how that works with the whole submarine scenario, but whatever. And then we have some painting decals. That's all quite nice. There is our glazed section. 2 variations on the rear, one with a gun and one without. We've got a bomb sight there as well by the look of it, and something else that looks like a partition between the pilot and the rear gunner. We have our decal sheet, and as we can see, I think it said there was 6 of these deployed with that submarine. So we've got 15, 16, 17, 01, 02 and 03 depicting the 6 that were available, I assume. The first sprue we're going to look at is the 2 floats and this sort of dock, trolley, whatever it is. We'll have a look at that when we actually come to build it, obviously. We can see there's some nice panel markings on here. We've also got some detail on the float, which it seems to have sort of a chain on it or something there. I'm not exactly sure. Don't know whether that can be manoeuvred up and down. I'm not sure. Kind of looks interesting. Might have to look for that. A couple of wheels for the trolley. And that's about it really on that one. Looks nicely detailed. I like this little floating dock trolley type gubbins. And here we have the main sprue with the aircraft on. We've got our fuselage and our wings, and as we can see, we've got a lot of panel lines, access hatches, rivets. We can see our ailerons and flaps. It's all very, very nicely detailed. We can see the little hinges here on the ailerons and flaps. There's loads of detail going on under here. That's probably where the float is going to be attached, I should think. There's lots of detail. It looks really nice. I mean, there's a nice hinge there as well. That's really cool. Again, you've got the same level of detail on the fuselage. Here is our cockpit interior, which has got all these nice little details in it. See the pedals, some radio and electrical equipment. Got some nice looking exhausts here. Quite a decent level of attention to the machine gun. And all the parts look quite nicely done. I can't see anything wrong with it. There's no imperfections that are obvious. There's no excess. And we can see the inside of the cockpit, which is all nicely detailed as we'd expect from Tamiya. It's a nice kit. It's an interesting aircraft. It's not something that I was familiar with, and that's no big deal at the end of the day. But I mean, there's only sort of 15 or 16 of these ever put into production. So as a final little note, I'm going to open my Japanese blue Kit Kat, which isn't blue. I had a pink one before and it was pink. Never mind. This is, don't know what flavour, so I'll tell you now. I think it's got toffee or something in the middle. got toffee in it. Good for breakfast. Okay, so there we go. Please do have a look at my other videos that are available from my Land of the Rising Sun project. There's at least 7 what's in the boxes and 7 build updates on all the ones we've done so far. Some of them are kind of finished. Here's the hind that I built yesterday. We had a bit of a disaster with the canopy. Still got a little bit of fine detailing to do on it, but it's not looking too bad. I think I'm progressing. So please like and subscribe and join me for my model building ride. Be seeing you.